Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bourbon Neophyte. Seems like it's been a while since I've sat in this chair and talked to you, but it's really only been a week. But that's just how things go sometimes. But I had an opportunity to go out and do a little whiskey hunting, so I took advantage of the time that I had and went out and did a little whiskey hunting. Um, it was just one of those things that popped up, and I just said, "What the heck? That's what I am going to do." And so I did, and wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. I'll show you all some of the things that I had picked up while I was out and about, and just wanted to say cheers to the people that popped in. Z-Man, appreciate it for you coming in, popping over. I was watching Livewire while I was trying to set some things up and reorganize some stuff in here. And man, it's really great that Nick managed to win that blind, wasn't it? Really was. I tell you what, I thought it was pretty good and actually got a decent laugh out of the thing. But it was a good time, and Shane was real generous to get all that together and send it out. And like Mike said, it's a lot of work getting samples and stuff ready to go. And gosh, when I get these hand deliveries that look like this, I mean, they take some time to package these things, to make sure that when they get here and hand them off to me, they look good. So it's not hard, but it takes time, and we're all appreciative when people take the effort. Sorry about that. To do that for us, especially to put on that blind. So it's really nice that people go and do that and want to do that and put forth the effort. So yeah, I agree with Mike. It's really great, and we do really have some great uh, viewers that love to help out and share their whiskey. So that being said, I just want to say hi to a few people there. I seen Z-Man there. Eric, cheers, brother. Hope you're doing well. Tommy, really appreciate it. Yeah, I knew you'd like the hat. That's why I threw it on. Brian, cheers, man. Appreciate you. Oh my God, it's Kathy Joe from Women of Whiskey. Hey, that package that you guys dropped off was perfect. Absolutely perfect. It got here, no problem. Appreciate you guys leaving it on the doorstep. I'm actually going to have to, I mean, just like you guys put it in there, here it is. Not a problem. But just wanted to make sure you guys know for sure that here it is, lock, stock, and barrel. Appreciate it. Thank you. Richie, cheers, man. Thank you for popping in. And looky here, all the way, I'm telling you, from Lithuania. Cheers, brother. Hope all is well with you. Commandant Lou, good to see you again. Isaiah, cheers, man. John, holy smokes, how are you? Haven't seen you in a minute, at least 2 weeks, that's for sure. But glad that you can make it. Really am. Yeah, really. I'm telling you, it is nice. Hey, Mark, cheers. You know, I found a picture earlier. It made me think of you because I was in a fishing tournament, and I think I told you the story. But there was a tournament that casinos and stuff did called Corporate Challenge here in Las Vegas. And this was about, I'm going to say 2000. But anyway, it's the group of us where we won our gold medal in the fishing tournament. And so I was in there with Tina, Terry, and um, oh my God, Farrell. I couldn't remember his name. I had to think for a second. It's been a minute. But we were all in there with our gold medals. And I thought, oh, Mark's a fisherman. He'll appreciate that. But yeah, and I don't know where I set that down. And I actually brought it out and I said, oh, I'm going to have to show this if Mark pops on. And I don't know quite where I set it down at. And it's been a minute since I looked at it today. So, oh, well, that's just how it goes. What can I say? tried some peat last week. Lefroy quarter cask was pretty good. You know, it is. And that's a little milder than the standard Lefroy 10. So I am told. I have not had a quarter cask. I have not had the quarter cask. I have the 10. I have Carchus from last year. I have Lure from Lefroy, but I do not have a quarter cask. So yeah, it is pretty good. And you know what? Once you get accustomed to that particular peat, because it is specific to Lefroy, not that other ones do not have a similar taste to it, but Lefroy is very distinctive in the medicinal peat that comes through on there. So when I say iodine and band-aids, I know you'll understand. It's there. But if you can do that, you are going to be able to sail through anything else. I mean, honestly, I feel that you'd be fine. So if you thought that was pretty good, go ahead and work on that if it's your bottle. If not, you might want to look for one. But yeah, if you can do that, you can pretty much manage anything else. That's for sure. It was your first peated Scotch? Holy smokes. Okay, that's kind of jumping into the deep end, that's for sure. I didn't realize it was your first, as in like, first time you ever had it. But hey, it's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Yeah, if you can do it, you can do anything. That's for sure. Have some friends over tonight. Please give a shout out to Kevin and Jade for me. All right, Kevin and Jade, cheers. Hey, if they're there, John, make sure you give them a shake, keep them up. We sometimes stay on late. That's for sure. Hold on. What do we got here? No, they don't. They don't taste too bad once you get used to it. Band-Aids do not taste too bad. No, exactly not. I have a quarter cask in triple wood from a few years ago. Love Lefroy, appreciate the higher ABV at 48. Yes, 46 is like my sweet spot when it comes to a single malts, particularly 46 ABV, non-chill filtered, no color added. Although I will say this, I'm not a purist, so if they drop some color in there, I'm fine with it. I'm not good enough to distinguish that if that color changes the taste in a whiskey. So yeah, I don't care about that at all. Not at all. But yes, Kathy Joe, I agree with you. Iodine and Band-Aids is wonderful taste on the Scotch. It is. Ha! Redbreast PX Redbreast Sherry. Just so happens I poured some samples for some people, and let's see if it'll pick it up. Well, let's get it off of me here, because I'm not. Yeah, but anyway, this is it. It's the Redbreast PX Sherry. Yeah, it is really good. That Pedro Jimenez cask is phenomenal. I gotta hand deliver these to a couple of people, and I know they're gonna like it. Holy smokes, Tater Dom's in the house. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Always great to see you. Really, cheers, man. Thank you for popping in. But anyway, told you I did a little hunting and come across a really nice find, a Glen Kinchy 12. I've had a pour of it, but I've never owned a bottle. So I started with the core range and found it, but I couldn't pass this thing up for $45. I mean, it's normally about 60, 65, let's say. But I was just at the right place at the right time and bingo. So I picked up this. Kind of anxious to try it, although it's only 43 ABV, but that's okay because a lot of scotches come in at 40, and one of my favorite everyday sippers is the Glenfiddich 12. So, and that's 40 ABV. but I'm kind of anxious to give this a shot. But I saw that and I couldn't pass it up. Uh, I did show this a couple of weeks ago, and I'm preparing a little to do a stream on this one. This is one, the Tale of Tokyo. I did the Tale of Forest, and I picked this up. So I tell you what, I've had a sip out of it. Mr. Jiggs was talking about it a couple of weeks ago. He said it was fantastic. I ran out and found the bottle and picked that up, and I'm going to have to do a review of this. I haven't even cracked it yet. I know what it tastes like because I've had a pour of it, and it was good enough that I said, yeah, I'm going to invest the money and go ahead and get it. And so I did. So I picked that up probably at least 2 weeks ago, but I just haven't done anything with it yet. I'm planning on it. I've got a few things in the works. But the next thing I picked up that I couldn't pass up, picked up a Weller 12. Yeah, I just happened to be there at the right place at the right time. And picked one of those up, and I'll throw it with other Wellers I got. And maybe one day I'll crack this because, I mean, I've had Wellers, but I've never opened any of the bottles that I have behind me on the shelf because I've tried them. But I've not tried the Weller 12. So I'll pop that here coming up probably. I don't know. I'm not in a hurry or anything like that to do that. But let's get into, yeah, you know what, Mark? I can understand that. People just said it's good if you get it at the right price. But, you know, if you pay that secondary for it, you've got to be kidding me. I got mine for 65, so I'm not crying because out here, that's not terrible. So I thought, oh yeah, I'll spend 65 on it. And so I picked it up. So I don't have a problem with it. So I'll open it one day. Could be tomorrow. Could be 2 months from now. I don't know, but I'll open it up. Oh, speaking of Mr. Jiggs, boom. I said his name 3 times, and there he is. Cheers, man. Thanks for popping in there. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But so on my little excursion that I did this past weekend, I was over in the great state of Arizona. And while I was over there and went into a shop, they recommended this, I call it local, but it's in the state, distillery called Whiskey Delbeck. And so they went and talked to me about it. I listened, and it sounded pretty good, sounded pretty tasty to me. And at MSRP on the bottle is 60. I think I paid 56 for it. And when I say think, I don't have the receipt, but it wasn't 60. It was a few bucks below it. So let's just say tax title out the door, 56 bucks. And that was that. But I picked this up. Yes, there is some missing, but I shared this yesterday with some whiskey people here in Vegas that know their whiskey. And so I wanted to hear what they had to say. So I popped it for them, and we actually all had a few sips, and I listened to what they have to say, and I just soaked it all in. And I also was fortunate enough to try the Whistle Pig Boss Hog 10, the Commandments. Got a nice little pour of that. I will say this, I've never was a fan of Whistle Pig. However, the 18 I thought was good. And when I tried that Boss Hog, I was like, I would have never guessed it was Whistle Pig. Not in a million years. It was darn good. It had that nice rye spice with sweetness on there that was very refined. That's probably the best way I could say it. It was very refined on there. Uh, very easy sipper, really, really nice. And it was nice of Shannon to offer me that pour. Um, really nice lady. And I had the pleasure of meeting her a couple of years ago, of all places, Total Wine. And my wife and I were there looking for things, and Shannon happened to be there, and we just struck up a conversation and didn't know she was part of the local Las Vegas whiskey club. And we meet occasionally here and there at places around, and she just happened to be there with that. And I was lucky enough to get a nice little pour of that. So I'm not complaining. That was nice. But anyway, back to the story at hand. It was down in Arizona. This bottle was recommended to me, and so I just couldn't resist it. So I picked it up, and I'm like, all right, let me give it a whirl. So let me just share this here so everyone can see this, because I had to pull up the distillery because I've never heard of the distillery, did not know anything about it, or, I just wasn't sure. But I don't know how well you guys can see this, but I will read this. Whiskey del Bac Dorado is a single malt whiskey with the true character of the American Southwest, using the Scottish model of whiskey making. Dorado is made from 100% barley that is malted and smoked over a velvet mesquite fire, mashed, fermented, copper pot distilled, aged, and bottled on site. And they are based down in Tucson. It comes in at 46% alcohol by volume, and it is an American single malt whiskey. Says it has notes of tobacco and chocolate, giving way to desert campfire embers and finishing with soft tannins and sweet toffee on the palate. And it has a 90-point rating from Whiskey Advocate. I don't know when the last time any of you read your Whiskey Advocate or anything like that. Been a minute for me. I never heard of Whiskey del Bac until I was down there and someone had recommended it to me. And so I purchased it, brought it here, passed it out to some other people. And so now we're going to talk about it here. And I poured some in the glass just before the stream because I wanted it to open up a little bit. It's actually dark. And I don't know how old it is. It's non-age stated, but if Arizona is like Nevada, it's hot and dry, you're not going to leave it set for 4, 5, 7 years or whatever the case may be. But like I said, it's an American single malt. So it's not a bourbon. It's an American single malt, but it's a nice color. It's a nice color on there. And it looks rich in the glass. It looks oily on the glass. The legs just slowly form and drop down inside there. So it's pretty nice. I'm so far impressed with what I have experienced. Hey, Vic. Cheers, man. Always great to see you. And then I see Livewire popped in there. Always appreciate it when Livewire sticks their nose in. Cheers, man. Great to see you. Thank you. Thank you. But on the nose, a little bit ethanol, but nothing bad. But I do get the chocolate. The chocolate note is there. Sweet, almost caramely, if that sounds right on this. The malt I get, it's rich, it's thick, but the chocolate is there. And you do get some smoke, that campfire smoke that they said. So you do get that, but it's not peat. Remember, this is mesquite, so it is not as pronounced on there. And I will say this, the people that I gave it to yesterday is the first thing they said, oh, this is just like a campfire. This is just like a campfire on the nose. And they pulled the chocolate out on the nose of it, and the malt were the things that they talked about. But yeah, it's very pleasant on the nose, chocolatey, malty, sweet, just what you would expect. Now on the palate, mm, you definitely get the chocolate. You definitely know the chocolate's there. It has some viscosity to it. Very elegant mouthfeel. Very silky with some viscosity to it. And if it makes sense, it's kind of thick and heavy. Thick and heavy. I know it sounds weird, but thick and heavy to me, definitely not a thin dram, if that makes sense. It's not thin. Mm-mm. Thank you, sir. You know, I just do the best I can with what I got to work with every day. But I figured if I'm doing whiskey Delbec, I better put on something appropriate when I do this review. But, you know, for the money, I'm going to tell you all this is not a bad sipper. And, you know, can't call it a scotch because it's not made in Scotland. But let me tell you this, for the money, 46 ABV, non-chill filtered, this really this is not bad whiskey at all. I mean, serious, it's not bad whiskey. It tastes good. I mean, the way, I don't know if you can catch this, just the way it's just beaded up right there on the side of the Glen. I mean, it just sticks and drops down. So I told you guys this was kind of a thick, heavy dram on there. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's very elegant. It's on the mouthfeel, kind of silky. The finish definitely lasts. I mean, it's not super long by any means, no. But wow, this is not a bad dram at all. Um, God, maybe they'll actually watch this video and then send me samples of some of the other ones they got, and I can review them for them. But yeah, this is not bad at all. You know, they do have another expression there. I forget which one it is, but it's not, let's put it this way, it's not smoked in mesquite. And oh, the name pops out of my head. However, it is on their website. I did see it on there. I just can't exactly remember uh, what it is. It is in Arizona, is where it is. As far as I know, they don't leave Arizona yet. I know you can order it. I don't know if they can ship out. The information is on their webpage. And like I said, for the money, this is not a, in my opinion, this is not a bad little bottle to have. Mm-mm, not at all. You know, now that this thing is, you know, down to the shoulder a bit, um, give that another, let's say 7 to 10 days, let it open up and go back to it. I bet you're going to get a little more flavor out of that. It's pretty darn good. I can't, I cannot, I cannot complain. Oh man. Let me tell you what, 6 Hour, I unfortunately, uh, I didn't get to watch it, but everybody said it was a decent game, but I was just out and about, and you know, not that I'm not a fan. Sometimes the highlights are way better than watching the whole thing, but yeah, heard it was a good one. Heard it was a good one. But anyway, If it is available in your shop, you're the first person that I know that has told me that other than Arizona, it's there. If it is, this Dorado is pretty darn good, Eric, for, like I said, for, let's just say $60 or less. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it is not a bad drop to be a daily drinker. I'd have no problem sipping this on a regular basis. Really, after you have a couple of sips, the chocolate really comes out on the nose. Really does. It's a it's just a nice, it's just a nice pour. It really is a nice pour. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Sorry, trying not to talk with my mouth full of whiskey, but yeah, it's pretty nice. Let me know if you see it again, what the price is in your shop there, just around Nashville. But I have no idea that it was out of the state, because the people I've talked to said it's only, in state. But I'm telling you, if it's somewhere else, let me know. And if you guys can pick this up, I would. It's just a nice, simple single malt whiskey with good flavor, nice chocolate note. Um, the the smoke from the mesquite, it's not overpowering at all. Not at all. Um, yeah, it's pretty darn good. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there. Okay. I did see on the website that there was a sherry finished one there. I didn't see it. $80 sherry. I'd probably gamble on it after having this one and to see what that's like. Um, they have a rye also, if I'm not mistaken. I do believe I saw that they have a rye, and I'm like, ooh, that's not that would not be bad. Is that rye? That's for sure. But yeah, $80 for the sherry. This is 60 for 20 more bucks on a sherry single malt. Yeah, I'd probably buy it. I would probably buy it without a doubt. All right, Tim. Night, man. Yeah, I know about that work thing. 300 hours is going to come real quick for me. Here we go. The man, the myth, the legend, Northwest Bourbon. Cheers, brother. Cheers, brother. I hope you all caught his veteran stream last night, yesterday, that he does first Saturday of the month. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mark, but it's the first Saturday of the month. Oh, I see Z-Man's there in the background. Hold on there. First Saturday of the month. Got to make sure you all watch that. Yeah. If you do, let me know. And I'm planning on looking for a couple more in that when I head over to Arizona. Here he is.
Yeah, I don't like anybody that lives in Arizona. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can understand that. I can't wait for you to get the hell out of there. That way you'll like yourself again.
Lived here all my life, man. It's
Mm-mm-mm.
Summers suck. Otherwise, that's a good time.
Well,
And some of those Del Baca
summers in
espresso,
Arizona. Yeah.
some of
Yeah.
those
Just
Del
like,
Baca,
yeah. I tell you what, it's not bad. Is it where you are?
yeah, I get a
Okay.
whole lot.
Yeah. This Dorado for a single malt for, like I said, $60 or less, depending. It's a buy.
I try to grab them just to support local.
Well, they're out of Tucson, so and
Yeah.
they I saw I don't know what news program, but of course it's going to be an Arizona news program. They were on. That was after I picked up the bottle, and it's a family-owned distillery.
Yes.
You know,
Mhm.
so anyway, it's interesting. It's interesting. It's a decent bottle, and yeah, what the heck? It's worth it. It's
I'm
definitely worth the money. I have
I'm,
spent a lot more and been very disappointed.
yeah, we all hate those bottles. I'm born and raised in Tucson. My dad's a retired Air Force
Hmm.
out of Davis Monthan Air Force Base. So
Mm, mm, mm,
we live like 20 miles outside the Air Force Base. So that's a good time.
hmm.
Cheers, Mark. But yeah, it's some good juice.
Oh yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's not like I said. I'm happy with that bottle. I can only imagine what it's going to be in another 7 to 10 days. You know, when it has a when it has a chance to kind of just really just open up and do its thing.
I've
And what
had
I liked about it too, again, I'm not a purist. I don't care if it's a cork stopper or synthetic. And they have the synthetic cork in the bottle.
mm,
Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm fine with that, as a matter of fact. How many corks do I have in a bottle that I could tell they're coming apart? And I can see bits of cork at the bottom of it, although that does not affect anything in your whiskey. But still, it's disappointing to see. But I also don't have a problem with a screw cap either on whiskey. That also, again, exactly means absolutely nothing. Yep. Oh yeah. Why waste money on the cork? But screw cap works just as good and is even more reliable. Cork is more nostalgic.
You're right, though. It's the purists that just sit there and just tear it up. Oh, what about this? What about that? Nobody
And
cares.
and Richie, you're right. That's why when I poured this in here, it sat for probably 20 minutes at least with the Glen cap on it before I took a sip out of it. But to be fair, the first sip I had was yesterday with a group of people, and I was I was pretty well impressed with the first sip. I was like, "Holy smokes! This was not what I was really expecting in an American single malt whiskey. Not that I was expecting it to be bad. I just wasn't expecting it to be as flavorful as it was, as chocolatey as it was, and or the malt, but the color is nice on it. Now, I don't know if they add color. I don't know. I may have to send them an email just to ask and say, hey, you know, uh, do you add color to this whiskey? Do you age it in X uh, bourbon barrels? What? How do you do this? But anyway, I gotta find out just a little bit more. So, yeah. Hey, half hour. I've done it. I've poured them before a stream. Half hour, 45 minutes, and just put the Glen on it because I was just doing other things and I wanted to make sure that I did that. So I poured it and just left it. So yeah, doesn't hurt it. That's for sure.
It only hurts
Not
it when
at
you.
all.
It only hurts it when you leave it overnight and don't cap it.
Well, yeah, then they get cloudy. But the
Yeah.
ones that are pretty good, if you look at it, you go,
But
shoot,
don't
this
ever
sucker didn't cloud up.
to the whiskey newbie. Don't ever do that shit because when that's get that cloudy, it's garbage. Throw it out.
Yeah. Yeah, don't just shoot it. You'll be sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Do not shoot it. You will be sorry.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. Mm. That has a creaminess to it.
How many Del Box have you bought over the years?
This one, that's it. It's the only one I have. I'll add another one. And Eric,
I'm
what's
in
that?
Mesa. I'm in Mesa, Arizona. They're everywhere out here, everywhere. And
Well,
they're good. They're good.
when I go down to my dad's in Yuma, I'm gonna have to really hit a couple of shops to see what they got. Eric said he's got the Eric Anderson said he's got the sherry one out there. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to look now because it has sparked my interest.
Is your son in Arizona too, or no?
What's that?
Is your son in Arizona too, or
My
no?
dad.
Okay.
My dad's in Yuma.
All right. I kept thinking it was your son. That's okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
But
that's a drive from Vegas, so
it's with one stop, let's say, just to get out, stretch your legs, you can do it in about 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
If my wife's napping, I can do it in about 4.5, 4:15.
Yeah, I had a brother-in-law, and we went out there for Christmas, and he had a heated pool. We had Christmas in the pool in Yuma. I was like, this is fucking cool.
It is. My dad's got a pool, and he's talking about getting a heater, and I just told him, I said, do what you want, but it's not cheap, to keep it at a nice temperature, and do what you want, but why don't you just put a cover on it and forget about it for a while, and then you'll be looking for the Iceman to come so you can drop blocks of ice in the darn thing so you're cool.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got a pool. I don't use that shit. It's $1,100-$1,200. Ain't worth it.
Ah, they're expensive. But yeah, Richie, they do make one that doesn't have the has not been smoked with the mesquite. And I did see it, but they recommended this one at the shop. And so that's why I picked it up. Well, good recommendation. But now I'm going to get that, the one that doesn't have it, to try it. And then I know, like I said, they've got a rye and they've got the one with sherry that Eric was talking about. So yeah, I'm interested now. I'm definitely interested in this particular distillery. So I will definitely have to probably shoot them an email just to ask a few questions, so on and so forth, and just see what they have to say and go from there. And man, like I said, maybe they'll send me some samples to review. What the heck? Get the word out. But anyway, good is good. Good is good. So what's in your glass there, Richie? Tater Dom? Mark, got anything good? JD, you're probably getting ready to go to work.
He's at work.
He might be. Yeah. I say he might be.
It's like 3 in the afternoon over there.
Mm-hmm.
It was on Big Stream last night. It was like 3 in the morning. Vic rolled till 6 a.m. our time. They put up a 11-hour stream. Crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I had a mouthful of whiskey there, but if I'm not mistaken, Big Vic had a little technical difficulty, right?
I didn't get that. I got the end of the stream because I went and lay down for a little while and I came back and I was on there for like a couple hours.
Yeah, I know. I saw you on there. this morning.
And I got on Ken's stream for like an hour.
Yep.
And it was just time to go to sleep. So
Yeah. You got to get a little nap in. Yep. Yeah, got to get a little nap in. I can understand that.
I could stay up till midnight out here because I got to be up at like 5:30 in the morning. So
I got to be up at 0300, man. So yes. It's always great on Sundays for when I have to go to work.
what time is it out there right now?
Same time as you. Well, no, I'm sorry. It's 9:41 here because you don't change time.
Yeah. Well, that's good for you.
Yeah. It's 9:41. So I'll be going for maybe another 15, 20 minutes. Because, yeah, that time change kicked me because I thought it was today and it was yesterday.
Somebody was,
you know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Messed me all up.
Somebody was talking about in chat on Livewire where the clocks changed automatically and they had went to sleep and they woke up and everything was like an hour back. So they woke up and didn't know what time it was.
Well, mine do that. And I was just thinking I set it back tonight. So I'm like, oh, crap. Hey, that'll be perfect. I'll stream an extra hour. Be just like I laid down at 10. I go, oh, this is going to be great. Get up this morning. And I got up a few times at night because I just kept waking up. Well, it's about the time I normally get up. And I kept looking at my watch. And I could have swore it said like 2 or 3 o'clock twice. But then again, you got one eye open, you look, anyway. And then finally I just couldn't lay there anymore. And I get up and, on my watch, it says 4:30. Now, again, remember, I'm thinking that it's tonight. I changed that clock.
I saw that.
And so when I walked out into the rest of the house, those clocks don't change automatically.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, everything went off in my head, and I went, ugh.
Yeah.
Well, that was it. I was up, just hit the button on the coffee pot, and that was that. Made my coffee and kept going. Normally, I'm pretty good with the daylight savings thing, but this year I flubbed it. That's for sure.
So my old job that I retired from, we were doing transports. So the gist of that shit was you show up to work at 4:30 a.m. and then you could be home at 10 o'clock or 5 in the afternoon. But when you come home at freaking 10 o'clock and it's time to just go to sleep, you wake back up and you don't know what freaking time of day it is.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had snowbird neighbors from Nebraska that were living here, and they were laughing because they're like, "Do you ever really go to work?" And I'm like, "I went to work at 3 in the morning. I drove a 40-passenger bus from Florence to Buckeye, Arizona." And they're looking at me like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then I brought it all the way back. And they're like, I said, "Well, that should've wear you out." And they're like, "Oh, you're saying you actually are working?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am working."
Yeah.
When you wake up in the middle of the afternoon, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun's going down, you think that it's 3 a.m. and you're like, "Oh my God, I miss work."
Oh, yeah. It's weird. Yeah, Mark, I saw you on there on the way because I was watching you, and then you pulled up to the gate and signed off. So, yeah, I'd seen you on there. That Carchus that you're drinking is really good. I don't have that one. I've got last year's. I have not seen that one out here. It may get here. I don't know. But they are good bottles, without a doubt. Without a doubt, they are good bottles.
So you haven't cracked the Tokyo, though, have you?
I haven't, but I've had a pour of it. And that's what set the hook. I'm like, oh, this is good. I'm like, wow, yeah, this is all right. Cheers, Adam. Always great to see you, brother. Nice to see you on Livewire there next to Mr. Stahl.
Yeah, he sneaks in other streams late night. So.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've he was on a couple I was lurking on here today, but yeah, I forgot that he was going up there. I knew that Adriana and Nick were up there, and I heard that he was going up there, but I forgot that he was going to be there.
Right.
Yeah, it happens. It does. What is this? I don't know why. I'm noticing that the my internet's getting slow.
You know,
But,
I've had more issues with YouTube today than I have had in a long time.
You know what? When I was watching Livewire, they were all blurry. So I would close it out, come back on, and it would be clear, like I'm looking at you. And then all of a sudden, it would get blurry. I mean, I could see everybody, but it wasn't a clear stream. And so I went and signed out, and I even reset my router just to, or reboot it, excuse me, not reset it, but reboot it just to make sure. No. Mm-mm. And I'm not Wi-Fi, I'm on copper. So it's direct. But it just happens. I mean, I don't know if it's YouTube, don't know if it's me, don't know if it's my service provider.
It's fucking YouTube. It's YouTube. Because I don't use Wi-Fi. I'm using my phone, and Wi-Fi's off. And I've sat there with different creators just trying to get different stuff, and it just goes blurry, and then it comes back. And then the freaking ads, like, really? Trying to watch something? Nah, stop.
Oh, yeah. Some of them have ads. You better believe they do.
Well, the creators get paid from that, and I get it, but still.
Yeah.
Keep the content coming and quit stopping the shit. And then it has to sit there and reload as it's working.
Well, it could be. I don't know. But I noticed it 2 weeks ago when I did the stream with my wife. I could really tell that some things were slow. The video wasn't. The chat was. And then when I highlight chat, it was slow.
I have you up on YouTube right now, and you're actually not that slow. And when you're doing that, when you're doing the stream with your wife, you were actually pretty good the whole time. So
people were telling me that we were good, but for me, yeah, it was not. For me, it was not. So I don't know what was going on. But anyway,
and I do understand. With a lot of creators, people will sit there and go, your mic's bad, your audio's bad, your video's bad. You don't tell it to people unless it's really bad, because then they start trying to figure out shit to make it better.
Yeah.
And
I pretty much got that all down pat. But I think most of the stuff is either, like you said, it's YouTube or your internet provider, that connection. It's one of the two. Because I've got pretty much everything dialed in as much as I can. The only time that it can go left or right is if you get some type of software update and you don't catch it. And sometimes that causes all kinds of havoc.
Yes,
but
sir. Yeah.
One things I always do before the stream, I just restart my computer, shut it down, turn it back on, let everything refresh, reboot, clear out the cache, the whole 9 yards. But I just do it because sometimes, like I said, that can happen where you get an update. And when you get that update, boom, it causes you problems.
I think the old days when it was Windows XP and not Windows 10, 11.
Yeah.
I
didn't have problems with XP too much.
I think, like you said, clearing out the cache, that's probably the way to do it.
But was it Windows ME? Oh, that was a piece of crap.
My girl had Vista. She had Vista with the kids, and the kids were just clicking on whatever. And then finally some scammer got in there and blocked the whole thing. And I pulled up, and it's a red screen, it's black. And she goes, "Can you do anything with that?" And I'm like, "No." They clicked on some shit, they got into the computer, and they let it sit there. And she goes, "What do you think I should just do?" I said, "Get another computer." And she did. She did.
Let's see here.
Let me grab one more beer.
You grab a beer. I got to get my last pour.
Right.
Let's see. What should I have? Since Richie's on. Well, since you asked me, Richie, about that, this year, for me, and I'm not going to say the name because I got to look for it for a second. I don't want to give it away. Oh, yeah, there it is. I just wanted to make sure I was looking at it right. I'm going to reach for it right now. Has been this. It's an American whiskey, 16-year-old MGP juice by Bull Run. This is a pick from Liquor Lineup here. But, wow. This was finished in Pinot Noir casks. And this thing is really, really good. Really good. Last year they had a, was it 14-year or 15-year? I can't remember. But this one's a 16. And, this Bull Run is an absolute hitter. The second one for me that I liked was, I think this one is it. Nope, this one. I have two different picks of this Russell's. They're both good, but this particular one, this Russell's, is one that Shane and Greg have. It's the Liquor at the Lakes pick. Wow, this thing has turned out to be amazing also. I mean, really, really good. Really good. So right now, those two are in my favorites for 2023. Scotch is a whole different story.
Yeah, mine would probably be the A123. I like that bottle. I've not seen the C. When I do, I'll grab it.
But since Richie and Eric were drinking this year's Carchus, I'm going to drink last year. This is Warehouse One, which is good. And it's still on the shelves here. You just got to look for it a little more. Well, I see Mark's in there, but I don't see him. There he is. There he is. He was being shy.
Never have I been accused of being shy.
Hold on. There he is. There he is.
Cheers, Mark.
What's happening? How you guys doing?
Pretty good, brother.
I've never been accused of being shy, Anthony.
Well, I'm just saying, I could see you in the back room, but then it took a second for you actually to show up.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. And then I said, all right, there you are. Put you in
I was
there.
definitely standing right here, so it sounds like we were having some connection issues.
Well,
Fucking
that's what
YouTube,
Z-Man and I were chatting about.
Right, right.
But
all day long.
I'm going to have this Carchus for my last pour.
Yeah, I decided I was doing editing while I was watching you. I was just editing while I had you playing in the background. And when you said you're about to pour your last pour, I was like, I got to jump on and have last pour with Anthony.
So,
and Z-Man. Good to see you, buddy.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, man.
I recommended your stream to a guy on another forum I'm on. He's a veteran, still serving.
Awesome.
And
thank you. Yeah, I want to recruit more veterans, not from the YouTube community, from the like veteran community.
Yeah. I met him on another forum, and he's into whiskey, and so I told him about you and your veteran stream. At the time I talked to him, I forgot that this was the Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I chatted him up a little bit today too. We were messaging each other on another forum that he and I both are on, and so yep. Ooh, man.
No, I appreciate that, man. I'm trying to get more of those veterans that are sitting at home by themselves just drinking because they don't know that there's a community that they can interact with without having to drive anywhere while they're drinking.
Yep. Exactly. So, family guy too. Wife, I think 2 kids. But yeah. So, I think his name, I forget his name off the top of my head. But anyway, when I chat with him again, I'll make sure he looks you up. But I gave him all your information to find you on YouTube.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yep.
Well, so spoiler alert, the video I was editing was the Shanks.
Oh.
And so I was having a glass of it while I was editing. And I'm guilty of doing that a lot, to where I'll film a fresh crack review, and then, you know, when I go back and edit it, I'll be drinking it while I'm editing it. And so I'll just like start putting some hurting on the bottle while I'm editing.
Well, how many times have you done it, and then you're watching your review and you're drinking it and you sipping it and go, oh, I should have said this because I'm getting this out of there now and I'm getting that out of there now. And
whenever that happens, I throw subtitles or like and dark berry notes. You know, like I'll put a little subtitle in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what? I've not done that, but I thought about it.
Yeah.
And just because we brought it up. So this Delbeck, I actually took a sip of yesterday. And I'm like, wow. So I already kind of knew what I was getting into, let's say, before I did this stream. But normally I don't. I don't look at reviews. I don't generally sip them or anything. So, I mean, if I make a face and I want to drag my tongue across the floor, you know it's bad.
Yep. Yeah.
But that's just me. So I try not to do that when I do reviews. But like I said, I've had it a few times, and then after I've done something going, oh man, I missed that one.
So do you think reviews are end all?
No. Nope.
Send all and all. So basically you're sipping it. You're either going to throw it out there that it's good or it's not. Because
if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. I'll say something.
Yeah.
So I didn't throw that out there quite right. So I'll just say this to you. There was somebody that was doing a Jack Daniels the ride, the $30 bottle.
And the cream and green label.
Yes, sir. And there was a creator that had told me, you know, at $30, I mean, why do you need tasting notes on a $30 bottle? And I just kind of laughed, and I'm like, you don't, just try it. If you don't like it, give it to a friend. Do a bottle share, do something with it. But people will sit there literally and hold you two creators, as like, well, shit, man. He said it was good, but it wasn't. You know, does it really matter? It doesn't matter. When I'm paying $200 for a whiskey, my expectations are never going to be really freaking high. Yeah, I just know the hype is there, and I never participate in a FOMO. So I'm gonna get it, try it, and if I don't like it, I don't like it, and I'm not gonna hold the creator to it But
Right.
there's so many
Yeah.
people that hold creators to it. And that's what makes it hard as a channel for people to sit there and say, well, you said it was good. You know what? But you guys got the same palate?
Yeah.
Hot
I
dogs,
thought it was good.
hamburgers. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and to kind of solidify your point there, I heard a lot of great things about the Bardstown Discovery Series, right? And so I was looking for them. I could never find them in my area. And then when I finally found one online that would ship to my state and was not an unreasonable price, I bought it. You know, see tons of YouTubers and whatnot review it and sing its praise and glory. And then I get it and I'm like, I have $60 to $70 bottles that I like more than this. And I spent $150. I spent, after shipping and taxes, I spent $150 on this, and I'm like, I should have saved my money. And so I called that a disappointment in the bottle, partially because my expectations were too high, but also the price of the bottle does not match what I'm drinking in the bottle. But I don't blame other reviewers or whatever. No,
but people will do it in chat. And I just watch that shit. I'm like, really?
That's kind of petty. Like, if I really like a bottle and you don't like it, we all know people that like they swear off that they don't like anything from Old Forester or from Makers or from Four Roses or whatever. Like, there's brands that we love that other people just don't like anything that comes from them because their palate is different than ours.
Yes, sir. And I do bottle shares every now and then on my patio, especially in the winter months. And I mean, there could be 50 bottles on a table.
Yeah.
And be 20 people standing out there like you did a video with that, Mark, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mike's in the house.
Here he
What's
comes.
up, Mark? What's up, G-Man?
What up?
Yeah.
Oh, there's
What's up, bro?
Adriana.
What up,
Oh,
babe?
there she is.
That's
There
not
she is.
Adriana.
We are. Whoa, the fire just kicked off real hard right now.
Careful.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's like coming at me right now. There's a breeze.
Just don't breathe on it, Mike.
Yeah, Adam's watching TikTok. I'm gonna scoot back. Adam's watching TikTok porn.
Oh,
TikTok porn.
Is that like the Skinamax porn from the 90s?
Yeah.
oh.
Cinemax.
It's like OnlyFans but recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding. Just kidding, Roxanne, if you're watching.
I was thinking of
Hey, that was a good battle tonight, though, Mike.
Yeah. You guys did good, Mike.
it was like a dime.
I did call it. Dude, you need to get that thing away. I did call a bottle at least. I feel good about that.
Oh, nice.
He
Very
gets
nice.
Jail, and then when he gets out, he's trying to track it down. It ends up being a police.
How are you guys doing tonight? We were just sitting by the fire for a little while before we went to bed.
Yep.
So good, bro.
Yeah, we were just pouring last pours over here and talking whiskey and stuff like we usually do.
Yeah. Yep.
So Adriana's drinking some Lefroy Lore.
No way.
Hey,
No way.
that's good stuff. Hey,
What's up, Abe?
A little bear over here drinking my Lefroy.
I got a
look
little
really comfy.
Lefroy Carches.
Oh,
Lefroy
sweet.
Carches.
I had Octomore 11
Yeah, 11-1, yeah.
first. And
Oh, excuse the crap out of me.
Octomore is delicious. I had some of that with her, and then I poured something here, and I forgot what it was. What did I pour?
It happens at our age, Mike.
It happens.
Yeah.
Oh, ETBP 8-year pick 130.
No, that's what he poured.
Oh, what did you pour? Adam, do you remember what Mike poured?
Hold on, I'm trying to join.
Oh, NC stream. Did you jump on my Wi-Fi?
There he is.
Hey,
He's coming through now.
get on her
Popping in here.
Get on her shits.
Hey. What's up, Adam?
What's up?
Hey.
Yeah,
What's
I poured
going on,
poured
man?
a
Nice to see you.
8-year Elijah Craig single barrel, 132 proof.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why you look so comfy and snuggly right now, Adam?
Dude, I'm in front of a fire. I'm in front of like a bear thing over here.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
A bear thing.
A bear thing over there, yeah. Is it? So what you're saying is she's already in her pajamas, ready for bed.
For the record, her feet aren't even touching the ground on this rocking chair.
Well, that's a
Well,
surprise.
if you wouldn't make them so tall, Mike,
Yeah.
you know, not everybody's 6 foot tall.
That's a child's rocking chair.
Oh.
Can you see that?
Just kidding.
I'm sure you became number one at that moment, Adam.
Remember, I'm in a hammock.
You guessed.
Yeah.
You became number one.
He knew. He just knew.
You just know. That's right. You just know.
He could feel it.
Oh, I'm telling you, the force was strong. It was strong right there. So that fire pit you got, Mike,
That's gonna
that's the one that doesn't. It's not supposed to throw off a lot of smoke, correct?
Yep. It's called a smokeless.
Yes.
It's the solo. Yeah, the solo one.
Oh, just like in Gremlins, the smokeless ashtray.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty trippy because when you look around the inside, there's the holes, and it looks like the fire comes out once it gets really hot. But it's
not doing it right now.
it's not doing it right now. But last night it was doing it, and it's like it's blowing air out, so everything it basically re-cooks the smoke,
Yeah.
Oh,
and so the smoke ends up going straight up.
Kind of like there's a vacuum thing.
Yeah, it's like a vacuum thing, and there's way less smoke, and it ends up going up faster than it goes out. Yeah, it's science according to Adriana.
freaking hashtag science, yeah.
Well, thank goodness we have Adriana.
She's a doctor, but she failed physics.
That's right.
That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
A little doctor, but a doctor.
Yes, there's a little breeze that hits the back of my neck out here, but once I put my hood up, I'm good.
What's your temperature tonight, Mike?
I think it's like
50-ish.
Oh, okay. We just popped under 60, so I think we're 58. Yeah, 58.
Yeah, we could be a little below 50, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Not much.
That's all right.
It says 46.
Yeah, that's a little below 50.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But not much.
Not much. That's right. You're right, Adam. It's not much. That's right. It's not much.
We were over 70 today, a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, it was beautiful here. I think we hit 80.
It was super nice. I don't know what the weather is supposed to turn into this week, but today it was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just know it's going to be a nice week here. I've got a short week because of Veterans Day. So it's a 4-day work week for me.
Oh, you don't have to work tomorrow?
I work tomorrow. I don't work Friday.
Oh.
Yeah. I got the same thing.
Oh, that's crazy. They do Friday. I wonder if I don't have Friday off.
Because Veterans Day's on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's on Saturday, they gave us Friday off.
Yep.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I will take it.
Are you calling in?
Sure.
And I'm doing a special Veterans Day live stream on Saturday too.
Yeah,
that's
that's
great.
what you said yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, we had 3 veterans in our house last night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we had Adriana, my wife, and Tommy D.
Oh, sweet.
That's
That's right. Yeah, I saw it.
That's true.
But we weren't doing veteran stuff, but we should every day.
Hey, just so you know, Tommy D cannot hop a small fence.
No?
Well, was he trying to go over the fence in the patio? Or where the dog can't go through?
Oh, I don't know what happened. I don't know why that happened last night.
Well, maybe his shoelace was untied.
Nah. There was somebody in chat defending him, saying he had a bum knee.
I was gonna go sleep in my
That's what I
car.
was like. I just wanted to sleep in my car. And that's when I was like, we can open it.
Tommy D's just a good egg.
Love you, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He is a good egg. Oh, my gosh. I just realized something. Look at this character up here all the way. Man, this thing is just slow. Sorry about that.
No, mine's slow too, brother. I told you.
Anyway, it'll change over. But Martinell,
Mm. Oh,
it'll
really?
come up. Good morning. Yes,
Morning.
he's over there across that pond.
Yeah, he's in
But
Europe.
great that he decided to get up and have either a cup of coffee or tea this morning and kill a little time listening to us. You could tell he has absolutely nothing better to do.
All right, Anthony, I'm gonna dip off. You guys have a great night and a good week.
Oh, we will.
Enjoy your
I'll be-
Veterans Day, Mark. Thank you so much, dude, for your service, buddy.
Yep.
You too,
Hey.
you too, Mike.
Yep.
Thank
Mike,
you for
Adam,
the-
Aid.
Yep.
Cheers,
And
guys.
thank you for the entertainment, Mike. It was good tonight.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys. See you guys.
Hey, don't
All
forget, tell Nick congratulations on the win for me.
Dude, it was fun. I told him I went in the room where he was sitting there, and I'm like, "You won, dude." And he's like, "I won?"
One.
I'm
I think
like,
you should-
"You won the nosing round."
Yeah, once. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, all right, we'll
All
see you
right,
guys
man.
later.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Mike.
Later, guys.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, man. So yeah, Anthony, I know both you and I got to wake up early. I'm gonna try to finish editing this video before I go to bed, and it's already after 10, so I'm gonna roll out too.
Yep, I'll end it here so everyone else can have a good evening too and do what they got to do. But I want to thank everybody for joining me today. And like I said, this whiskey Delbeck is definitely worth you going ahead and dropping a few bucks on to give it a try. Definitely worth it if you can find it. I like it, and I look forward to seeing you all again. And I'll probably see you on your stream, sir, on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I'll look forward to it.
Yep. I have no problem with that. Just want to say thank you, everybody, and I will see you all again.
Cheers,
Have
you
a good
too.
night.
Cheers, everybody.